Shall we play a game?
We have returned, and next we have Tom Clancy's Ubisoft.
Oof.
Yeah, this one opened with a Assassin's Creed Symphony. No, despite what everyone keeps telling me, I don't remember the theme, any music from Assassin's Creed games.
Neither do I.
But the concert was fine. Then we get one of my favorite games that I saw this year, Watch Dogs Legion.
Here, here.
This game looks phenomenally fun.
So, as one Ubisoft rep put it, the age of the NPC is dead. It is now all about APCs, considering that every character in the game is procedurally generated. They are not just an NPC. You can recruit anybody. If you wanted to, you could play through the entire game as nothing but a team of grannies.
Yes. The Golden Girls will kill you.
Granny Murder Simulator 2020.
Yes.
Honestly, we've heard procedurally generated before, and I'm yet to be convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only so many ways you can procedurally generate something. I think the only company to really get the whole RNG thing down right is, of course, Gearbox with their whole gun generation for Borderlands.
Yeah.
So,
Deej, what'd you think of Watch Dogs Legion?
Well, first of all, the best character in the entire game, the grandma.
Exactly.
That alone, basically the exact same. The very first thought I got was, "Oh my God, Hey Arnold's grandma's in this game. I need to get this game, and I need to play her. I just want to play that character in the entire game."
But you know what?
I brought up that one of the devs said that if you wanted, you could have an entire team of nothing but grannies and just play the game as that.
Oh my God, that's what I'm gonna do. Hashtag Golden Girls. Hashtag Assassins.
Yep. This game comes out the same day as the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Same week. 3-3
Yep.
for Final Fantasy, 3-6 for Watch Dogs. Same week.
Next we got Roller Champions.
That game's actually kind of looks interesting, and I'm not a big sports guy to begin with.
Next we get Mythic Quest.
That looked interesting.
That looks fun.
I
plan on watching that.
It's on Apple, though.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yet another streaming service out there, like more money. I mean, just find somebody who has it, or torrent something.
Never sites, ever.
But this is featuring Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, as well as Cricket, Abed from Community. And
he had one of the best quotes of the freaking E3 conference. Nobody smells bullshit like this particular community.
And that is my favorite quote of all of EA, or E3.
Yep.
And Ashley Birch, who is just basically Tiny Tina. She's Chloe from Life is Strange. Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat. Rise Kujikawa from Persona 4. April O'Neil from Mutants in Manhattan. And she is Sarah in Final Fantasy 15. And she's also Chun-Li in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. She's Nebula in the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series.
Jeez. So yeah, she's got a hell of a resume.
Yeah. Now, is this set in Boston? Because, they closed it out with shipping up to Boston.
Yeah, I know. It sounds
I
what's with that
love
music?
that would be set in Boston. Maybe potentially. In my opinion, the whole setup for a Western fantasy-inspired role-playing game, and a game dev studio that seemed overly pompous. Just seemed like it was kind of making fun of 38 Studios.
Oh, God. Oh, please.
Oh, wow.
No, it can't be, because Mythic Quest is actually making money, and the series is about them putting out their second second content. So, it can't be about 38 Studios.
Next we get Rainbow Six Quarantine.
There was Rainbow Six Quarantine and Rainbow Six Siege as well.
Next we get Brawlhalla featuring Adventure Time, which is one of my favorite quotes. If you're colorblind, you can't see Adventure Time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which had Josh
Not
Barenthal,
starring Keanu Reeves.
No, which brought Josh Barenthal from The Punisher.
So he did show up on stage with his dog.
Yes. And
the goodest boy of E3.
Yes.
Can you imagine being Bernthal and knowing that you had to follow Keanu Reeves as the celebrity appearance? That it's been blown out of the water for you, and you know you're going to suck.
Yeah.
That poor guy.
But now I want Punisher versus John Wick.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus, I wish.
Unfortunately, it'll end with some sort of moment where they both realize that their dogs had the same name or something, and they team up together.
Martha.
A mobile strategy game called Tom Clancy's Elite Squad, which will bring characters from multiple Clancy Fisher games together. Like
not only are we pouring one out for EA with another mobile game announcement, but also copying EA because it's like, oh hey, remember that guy that you guys wanted to see a new game of? What was it? Fish and Sam? Yeah, no, he's in a new game coming out. It's a mobile game.
Yeah, but then we get treated to Fallout Boy, who introduced to the song for Just Dance 2020 for Stadia and the Wii.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The last company to still publish games on the freaking Wii. Still publishing physical copies of Just Dance well after the system has been dead.
I love the coach bit at the beginning of that. Just Dance Bill Belichick edition.
Oh, God. I mean, like, they actually had a freaking competitive esports competition with, like, a freaking international championship held in Brazil, I think, this past year. Let's not forget on the whole Mythic Quest bandwagon of turning your franchises into media. They announced that there's a Division film being made for Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We'll get to that in a second.
Because that always work out, right?
Because of course, we got to have more Clancy.
Yep. Then we get For Honor, which has a new limited event called Shadows of Hidoriki, which came out that week.
I mean,
People are still playing that?
Apparently.
Why are you limiting it?
Because, I don't know.
Try to lure people back into the game?
Yeah. Rainbow Six Quarantine is the next Rainbow Six. It's a 3-player tactical player versus enemy co-op game coming early 2020.
More zombies.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, you want to play another zombie game?
The Division 2 and was free play the week we're recording this.
Yeah, no, still not interested.
Yeah, then
don't want to download another launcher.
Yeah, then we get the upcoming Division movie directed by David Leitch, produced by Netflix.
Interesting.
Now, just I think his name is pronounced Leitch.
Yeah,
just
Leitch.
to make sure that we don't confuse him with Lynch,
Yeah.
which would be an awesome Division movie.
I would actually rather see that instead.
Yeah.
Then Ubisoft is launching its own subscription called Uplay Plus. $15 a month gets you access to a library of 100 Ubisoft games and all their DLC. it will include early access to new releases like Watch Dogs Legion. It will launch September 3rd. In 2020, it'll be playable on Google Stadia. So play Google and Ubisoft.
So basically, you got to play Google. You got to pay Google for 4K.
Yeah.
$10, and then another 15 to freaking Ubisoft for Uplay. That's $25 right there on top of your freaking internet service. God forbid you go over that data cap too, because then you're going to be really paying out the ass.
Yep.
Oh man, it's triple capitalism, folks.
Yep.
And just to be clear about the whole cable thing, if you go over your data cap, they just throttle your data.
Some charge more for every so much over that cap too.
I get it. That's true. Comcast doesn't do that. Verizon doesn't do that. But there may be cable companies that do that. Comcast and Verizon will just throttle your bandwidth like crazy after you go over that.
Yeah.
Gods and Monsters, which should have a better name.
Assassin's Creed Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yep. Which,
that's again another game that just only showed a trailer, and I kind of really wish I saw gameplay.
And it's supposed to be coming out early next year on top of it all.
February 25th, 2020. It's a storybook adventure game about a forgotten hero on a quest to save Greek gods.
So it's the opposite of God of War.
Yes.
Save the Greek gods instead of slaughter them.
Also, there was a guy in a skull shirt who was talking about a game, but I don't remember who it was. But his skull shirt was not a skull shirt. It was cats made into a skull.
Yeah, that was great.
Now we move on to kind of funny games.
They threw so many games out so fast. I just said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, I only a couple ones like Trigger Witch.
I got Bloodroots, Hamsterdam, Wave Break, Super Space Club, Track Her, Looking for Heal, a action game where you play as the healer of a group. One Night Stand, a visual novel game. The Inner Friend, Reactor Console, which is a Metroid-style game. Pig Eat Ball, Standby, platform that's coming to the Switch. Demagnete, kind of a Portal-ish game. Falcon Age, it's a first-person shooter where you fight using a bird. Walking Dead Onslaught, Battle Wake, a pirate game. Raw Men,
yes.
naked chefs in aprons attacking with food.
It's Dad Bod Splatoon.
Yep. Freedom Finger, which that just between like the cast of people doing voiceovers and the fact that it's a shmup where you're like a finger bringing like justice to the world, it just seemed hilarious. There was another game in there, and I forgot to write it down. It caught my eye. Skatebird.
Oh, Skatebird, yes.
Skatebird, which looked absolutely amazing.
It's the Lost game.
Yeah.
But I got Trigger Witch, Skatebird, Raw Men, Monster Prom 2, and Superliminal.
Yep.
And that's pretty it from Kind of Funny Game because they had a lot.
Oh God! Like I wasn't about to go back and rewatch and like freeze frame on every single reveal on that too. It's like, God damn it. These sizzle reels just kill you if you're a freaking reporter on this crap.
Yeah.
Like,
then we move on to your thing, which is Square Enix, because I have no
Square
I'm an
Enix
RPG addict, and I am a long-time Final Fantasy fan, which is why I was very, very, very skeptical of Final Fantasy VII, as I'm old school. I follow the creator mindset of Final Fantasy is text in blue boxes. What is this crap? But the voice acting sounded good. They integrated active time battle into it, so it seems like hack and slash up until you get the build, and then you go into this kind of VATS-like system where you can like choose from a drop-down menu and do stuff. So I mean, it actually seems interesting. I'll probably watch Marissa play it more because she can't play the older turn-based stuff. She finds it boring because she's a big Tales of fan, which is great because she gets to play a game that I played growing up and enjoy it her way. They announced that it's coming on 2 Blu-ray discs,
Yeah.
and it's only episode 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I want to ask.
and
Is
the first
episode
disc
one
is- and the
going to
first
take...
disc, the first disc is only Midgar.
Yeah, like, it seems like this episode 1 could possibly be half, if not maybe all of disc 1, potentially. I'm not sure. They have not elaborated on it yet. We'll see now that they have a game engine down, whether or not the rest of the episodes will come out boom, 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 boom. It's just kind of also making me scratch my head because much like Cyberpunk, it's coming out at the end of a console generation on top of it all. So
But
unless they're hoping for people to double dip into that the same way people did between the PS3 and PS4.
But I got the cat list up. Cloud is voiced by Cody Christian, who is also in All-American and Teen Wolf. Barrett, voiced by John Eric Bentley, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, and Independence Day 2: Resurgence.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah. Aerith is voiced by Brianna White from Criminal Minds and Occupants. Tifa, everybody's favorite Punch Girl, is voiced by Britt Barron, who's from Glow. Jessie is voiced by Erica Lineback from Spider-Man, Persona 5, and Thundercats Roar, which made me remember, oh yeah, Thundercats Roar.
That's actually a thing. Oh boy.
I have not heard a damn
supposedly
thing.
it's been supposedly I actually caught up with it because I was curious about it because I did a podcast like many months ago. Supposedly it has been canceled or it's being pushed back because Cartoon Network has been getting tons and tons of backlash, rightfully so. So it's almost been like we're not saying it's dead, but it's almost seemed like it's completely dead at this point.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Biggs, voiced by Gideon Ermey from Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Teen Wolf.
Nice.
Wedge is Matt Jones from Breaking Bad, and Sephiroth is Tyler Hoechlin, who's a newcomer.
Now, the whole performance capture thing definitely is making casting games like this very interesting as later on when we get to their final reveal, they put out a cast list for that game with an interview with the actors from it, who we're all used to hearing, but the fact that they had to motion capture their performances for the characters has left everybody kind of scratching their heads about the characters and their designs. Shadow dropping that day was Life is Strange 2. Then they announced a time frame release for Crystal Chronicles Remastered. I am hyped for that because I still have my copy on the GameCube. I loved that game.
This is why I'm pissed off that the recording cut off because like you had some really choice moments during that.
Oh no, it was at the end of the show, and I will mention that. Octopath Traveler, they re-announced that was on Steam. They shadow dropped The Last Remnant Remaster, which was originally a Xbox 360 game.
Now on Switch.
Then they said Dragon Quest Builders 2. They gave the date for that, July 12th. Dragon Quest XI S, they put out the trailer for that. They said fall 2019. Everybody was pissed about that until the next day. Then they talked about their indies, and they kind of wanted to gloss over and just sweep under the rug that The Quiet Man was a thing.
Oh,
And
that game.
yeah,
game.
that they closed their thing last year off with The Quiet Man.
I wanted to like that game. I really did.
I was
It
like,
had an interesting premise, but the execution was just crap.
yeah. So they talked about indies very briefly, swept Quiet Man under the rug, and mentioned that they're putting out a World War shooter. Okay. They announced that all of the Final Fantasy music is streaming everywhere now, which is awesome, although it's something that those of us who are diehards already knew about.
Or already have access to.
Yep. Then they announced Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, Remind.
Yep.
Ha 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 ha. Content.
War of the Visions.
Yeah. Content for Final Fantasy 14. Shadowbringer. Rob, who was on the call, huge Final Fantasy 14 fanatic. He'd been following this since the Final Fantasy 14 like fan event that they had. I mean, like, we're talking freaking Gunblades and freaking the Viera from Final Fantasy 12 and the Tactics universe. The trailer looked great. If I played Final Fantasy 14, I would be overjoyed for it. They had Dying Light 2. They showed that off. First-person zombie game, parkouring, coming out spring. 2 classic Saga games getting remastered, re-released.
Yes.
A spin-off.
Saga.
Yeah, it's really awesome to know that more Saga games are getting released.
I'll take the L on Shenmue because we got Scarlet Grace.
Then they pour one out for EA. It's another mobile game, but this one actually was a decent announcement. Not much detail-wise on it, but a mobile game that I have played before, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, has a hell of a story. They're putting out one called Brave Exvius War of the Visions, which plays like Final Fantasy Tactics. Yep. Seeing that style gameplay come back, I was just like, fuck yeah! Then they showed off a game from Cliff Bleszinski's studio called Outriders. They'd have more details on it this winter. Comes out summer 2020.
That one looked awesome. I was the cinematic anyway looked great.
Yeah.
I definitely got a Mad Max vibe out of that for some reason.
Yeah. Then they went back to RPGs, talking about Oninaki, the latest game from Tokyo RPG Studio, the guys who gave us I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere. This one plays more like a Mana series game. Really interesting. And then I screamed like a fucking girl.
But did you already talk about Circuit Superstars in 2020?
Circuit Superstars?
Square Enix Collective will publish Circuit Superstars in 2020. It's a top-down automobile racing game developed by Vancouver-based Original Fire Games, formerly known as Apex Racing League.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I do not remember seeing that in it, but I think I just got bored when they were talking about a World War II shooter.
It's understandable.
I screamed like a girl, quite literally, because the prodigal son has come home to finally be re-released. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, hitting 2019 by the end of the year. Gamefly has already kind of let it leak that it's getting a physical release, at least on the Switch. Day one purchase for me because Final Fantasy VIII is my all-time
Wait, it's actually
favorite.
getting a physical release?
Gamefly usually leaks a lot of this stuff out accidentally. And they are like a top source aside from Walmart Canada for leaks. So according to them, it's getting a physical release on Switch. So that's a day one purchase for me because 8 is my all-time favorite. It pissed me off. It bummed me out. Like, oh god, 7 got re-released for the billionth time. Oh my god, 9 got re-released. Wait, what about 8, huh? How come 8's not getting you re-released 7, you re-released 9, 10, 10-2, 12. What about 8?
That's what bugged me. Well, that's what kind of bugs me is like I love Final Fantasy 9. Why didn't you give that a physical release? I had to download that game.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, because 8 is a the rumor had it that the source code was lost. Just looking at the trailer, some people were like, "Oh, I don't see what the difference is." I'm like, "Do you remember what Squall looked like?" The meme going on, like, with the picture of him with the jaggy freaking polygons that, like, more like pixels. Remember that? He doesn't look like that in this game. It actually looks like people.
I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot what his real name was. I always kept calling him Emo Git because of Spoonie.
Yep.
Oh, no. I love him just because of the whole lion motif. But, yep. And then after that, the game that everybody wondered... Wait, they still had the license to that? Avengers, with no title for it, just Avengers.
This game.
PlayStation exclusive content comes out May 15th next year. It's going to have a season pass to it. It does look phenomenal. Apparently,
the characters look like the porn parody.
And that's what I was going to get to.
I should know because I own that porn parody.
I want someone to quickly make a meme of this. Have the show picture of the Avengers from the video game, and then bring in the meme from Spaceballs going, "You idiots! You captured their stunt doubles!"
It's been done.
Damn it! Well, I also want to say, Tony Stark, I swear to God, his model, he looks like the crazy dad from the Amityville Horror.
The biggest issue with this, and the reason why these people look like knockoffs of the real actors, is because it's performance captured with the voice actors featuring famous voices we've heard in video games and anime, such as Nolan North and Travis Willingham. It will have 4-player online play. It's not really season pass, though, because it's all free content coming to the game. So it's going to be kind of live servicey, but it's got a full storyline to it. The guy who was unveiling it was totally reading the teleprompter, though.
Yeah,
his eyes were like rolling back into his skull as he tried to read this thing.
Because I was watching this and watching Monday Night Raw at the same time, and I glanced at it, I was like, he's reading from a teleprompter. I could tell that.
Really, really painfully bad. But yeah, so anybody complaining about, you captured their stunt doubles, there you go. Blame it on performance capture. Yeah. The fact that these characters have to vaguely resemble the people who are voicing them because they're fully performing as the characters. And that would be square.
You don't have to give the mullet to Tony that the voice actor actually has. I mean, he looks just like the voice actor.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. Well, I was fine with the Avengers not looking like the cast like Robert Downey Jr. and such. I was completely fine with that and actually expected it, but it's just the models still look really rough, like especially if you look at for me it was Captain America and Black Widow. Something's up with that face.
Worst?
I can tell you right now, I watched a few videos where people actually got to see gameplay behind closed doors. Hulk apparently is great. They're saying that Thor kind of feels like Kratos kind of has that kind of vibe to it. Iron Man is basically like playing Anthem. Captain America was kind of your all-arounder. And Black Widow was very forgettable and vanilla. The game still has close to a year before it comes out. I can see why they didn't show gameplay. Again, very early alpha builds. So I mean,
I'm still excited for this game. Don't get me wrong, and it's one of the few games when I watch a couple more videos, I may pre-order it. I want to put that in quotes. May pre-order it.
And then they released the special edition Final Fantasy, like big ass. What is it, like $200, $300?
$300 special edition available only from the Square Enix online store.
Deodorant at a con.
Yeah. So it comes with a statue of Cloud riding his bicycle.
Yep.
Brings us to the last show of E3.
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, so we got a Nintendo Direct, and I straight up, Nintendo makes me act like Quagmire in the freaking strip club when he throws dollar bills everywhere. So, oh God! Like, so,
oh my God! I wish this got recorded. When they announced a certain game, I screamed so loud that, unfortunately, here's the thing. I couldn't make the stream for Nintendo, but so what I was doing was I was secretly streaming the live show at my office, and I was, keep trying to stay as quiet as I could watching it. But when they announced a certain game, I screamed and cheered because I flipped out. That was when my boss caught me and I got busted. And it was one of those, she's standing right at the doorway staring at me. And she goes, "You're fucking serious?"
Oh boy. That would have been great. So yeah, we start off with one rumor getting confirmed right away. And that's the hero from Dragon Quest is coming to Smash Brothers. It is the Summer Fighter in the Fighter Pack. That one was teased by one of the people working on Smash with a picture on Instagram of the hero of Dragon Quest III's Sword and Shield, Erdrick. We're not just getting the main hero from 11. We're apparently getting heroes from the other games as well. Yeah. People are trying to figure out what it is. I think we're only getting 4 heroes with an alternate color for each of them.
Yes.
And then the final Smash is all
insane.
of them.
Their moveset is insane, and it's wonderful.
The drop-down menu, of course, with all the sound effects and everything.
And that final Smash looked It looked better than Mega Man's because it actually fluid.
Yeah. So then they lead right into Dragon Quest XI again, and with an actual release date. September, goddamn you, September 27th. Our wallets are going to be hurting for a while. And then we get introduced to Bowser. And that was probably the next most wholesome moment of E3, was Bowser coming out in a tie. And then Doug Bowser comes out and goes, no, they meant me. It's my job.
Yeah, I think they've beat that horse to death at this point, though. It was funny, but it's done being funny.
It's done now, but you know what? I mean, like, it depends. The E3, I think, was the big
but it's still
moment for
Nintendo.
everybody to kind of be, like, you know, now everybody knows his name is Bowser. It's not just a joke.
Yeah.
You know?
Because we don't have the big head of Reggie anymore.
Yeah, we don't have My Body Is Ready anymore. We don't have the Reginator, you know, but we got Bowser, you know, so, I mean, we got that. They go right into it. Luigi's Mansion 3, no release date, new moves for the Poltergust.
I can't wait to play that game.
Second player drop in, drop out for doing puzzles as Gooigi. One of the developers who worked on the game has confirmed that Gooigi is edible, apparently.
So can we please get like Can we get Gooigi gummies at the Nintendo store or something, please?
They said that there's going to be an online and local multiplayer mode called Scare Scraper, and it takes place in a hotel. So my immediate reaction was, "Welcome to Hotel Mario."
Or Tartarus.
Just don't forget, all toasters toast. Then they announced, and this explains why Netflix was the E3. Not only was there Stranger Things Season 3, the game, but the Dark Crystal tactical RPG might be a Switch
Jace,
exclusive.
you have to say the full title. Jim Henson's
The Dark Crystal. I forgot what the hell the rest of the title was. I literally wrote Dark Crystal Tactical RPG. Might be a Switch exclusive. We don't know. It's coming out this year. Zelda Link's Awakening comes out September 20th, literally days after, or days before, rather, Dragon Quest XI.
This looks fun. I never played Link's Awakening.
It's cute. It looks cute. I actually pre-ordered this game.
I'm pissed that Europe and Japan are getting the better collector's edition with a steelbook that looks like motherfucking Game Boy.
Yeah, it does. I love that thing.
And all we get is a art book that I'm guaranteed that they cheaped out on.
You know, sometimes the art books are good, sometimes they're bad. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came with a full freaking hardcover art book, but then Fire Emblem Echoes came with like a kind of thin hardcover, like not very big art book. So who knows?
I almost said Square Enix does a better job with the art books, but when I actually got the Kingdom Hearts Special Edition, where they had more left off at GameStop, that art book was a complete joke.
Yeah. But yeah, basically within 3 weeks back to back, Borderlands, Zelda, Dragon Quest.
Yep.
Ouch.
Right.
Then Seiken Densetsu 3 is getting a remake. The Seiken Densetsu game we never got in America, aka the Mana series, or Secrets of Mana 2, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, okay, early 2020, coming out, looks excellent, no multiplayer. But if you want to play multiplayer, shadow dropping that day was the Mana Collection, which is getting a physical release in August. So yeah, we finally, guys, have Seiken Densetsu 3 in America. Then they showed off The Switcher 3. The rumor was confirmed. This year we are getting The Witcher 3 on Switch.
Skyrim, man.
I don't care if it runs better than the other systems. I don't have something that can run Witcher. I wanted to play it, so I get to play it. July, ouch, my wallet, Fire Emblem Three Houses. They showed off a bit more of that.
My favorite house is Gryffindor.
Exactly. Fire Emblem Harry Potter.
Yes.
Fire Emblem Harry Potter of Thrones. Because you have to remember, they are houses, and one of them is a stag, and one of them is a lion.
That's true. Natsu is a Hufflepuff, I think.
So then Capcom, of course, is re-releasing Resident Evils 5 and 6. They will probably overcharge for those just like they did the other releases.
That hilarious trailer.
That trailer was wonderful, though. Then
Who
praise
breaks into a halfway
Suda51.
haunted video games?
Praise Suda51. Henshins and German suplexes for all. It is No More Heroes 3 in 2020.
And this is what made me scream like a fangirl. And I know what I said. Fangirl. I screeched
Like
when
my
I
reaction
saw that.
to Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes, that was your moment. That was my moment. Was when that was announced. I was like, ah! Because like I
All my
love
life
No More
I wanted
Heroes.
purple drapes.
They always kept saying, "Oh, you gotta buy No More Heroes. Travis Strikes Back. We might make a third game." I bought that stupid game just to help support get number 3 come out.
And we thought it wasn't going to happen because they released it to PlayStation 4 and I think Steam to try and drum up more sales. And then they announced No More Heroes 3 Switch exclusive 2020. Boom.
Yep.
Then we got another shadow drop.
I like the Ultraman armor.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
When he said Henshin, I flipped the fuck out. I'm like, yes!
I know.
Then Contra Rogue Core.
Which does not
a
look like
lovely
a Contra game.
Yeah, it's this weird hybrid of like a Contra and like a Diablo-ish maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It looks good. It's 4 players. It's also September. Followed by a shadow drop of the Contra Anniversary, part of Konami's 50th anniversary thing. And then another September release. I just feel the dagger going into my freaking, into my back further and further, twisting. Demon X Machina, great theme song, great voice acting. They did a separate trailer where they went over the critiques that people had from the demo last year and what they did to improve the game. This is what you do when you release a fucking beta, folks. You don't just have people pre-order a game and release the game a week early with a beta. No, you fucking put out a demo a year ahead of time for free, drum up hype for the game, and then ask people, what would you like to see done better? What was good? What was bad? Tell us. And then fucking fix it before it releases. You got the hype. People got to play it. And then you get to fix it before it comes out, which then just makes people want to buy it even more. Yeah. They did it last year with Octopath. They're doing it this year with Demon X Machina. Nintendo, keep fucking setting those industry standards, and maybe the American companies, when they finally start to go under, will start to take notice and adopt those strategies.
Look, Jace, I'm sorry, but Todd is not going to care.
Yeah.
Good point. The one thing I did wonder with Demon X Machina is, does it come with motion sickness pills? Because, damn. I mean...
Yeah. I want to play it just because it like when I played the demo, I was just like, oh my god, this is like Zone of the Enders 3 we never got.
All right. What was after...
Panzer Dragoon is getting a full freaking remake. Winter 2019. Oh man, I am in love with that. Followed by more info on Pokemon. Including the Pokeball Plus does work, not as a controller, but you can stick your Pokemon in there and it'll level up a bit when you walk around.
We could do a whole entire
I'm glad they
episode
gave
on
us a
everything
use
about
for
that.
it.
We could do a whole entire episode of Sword and Shield with what came out about that stuff.
Yeah. Followed by also the reveal of what will be playable at E3, which was a battle against the Water Gym leader, who beautifully is named, because we are in the UK, Nessa.
Yep.
But why is she not fighting with a Dynamaxed Lapras? Come on, Nintendo! Seriously?
Yeah.
I have to say that my Twitter feed blew up with cosplayers just instantly going, yep.
Yep.
On my list.
And fan art instantly of her, too. Yeah.
Yep.
Rodney,
Great character design.
I know what you'll be filming during Colossal Con East.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's what I said. What's the over and under on these appearing on Colossal Con East? I say 62.5.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Then we got a release date, Astral Chain, August 30th. Looks amazing. That is the reason why we have not heard stuff on Bayonetta 3, is because, of course, they don't want to cannibalize Astral Chain's sales. We got a preview of the game Empire of Sin coming out spring 2020. Mobsters in a Diablo-style game. Looked pretty cool.
Good soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
We got more characters shown off and some samples of the voice acting in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which is July 19th, with a season pass for DLC. First wave coming out July 29th, or coming out fall 2019. We had another Yada Yada on Cadence of Hyrule, which hit on the 13th. If you have not picked up or ever tried Crypt of the Necrodancer, it's available on Switch right now until June 18th for $4. Pick it up. It is really clever. I think Binding of Isaac meets a rhythm game. It is challenging. It's not for everybody because the controls, like I said, are a little weird because of that. But then we got sleeper hit of the fall, kind of, possibly, according to RT at least. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics in November.
Yes.
It's got skateboarding.
It's got fencing. It's got karate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tails doing non-sanctioned taekwondo moves.
Yeah, it's got Cannon Robotnik with a gut.
Yep.
Yes.
Then we got Everybody's Worst Fears Were Confirmed, Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is the title of it. Yep, rumor confirmed, takes place on an island, but yes, it was delayed. But solid release date, March 20th next year, 2020. So that apparently Nintendo stocks took a little bit of a hit because it's not coming out this year. But they also said, we also don't like to overwork our developers. So, again, suck on that, America. Then we get a sizzle reel. I tried to write all these down. I think I got them all written down for this. We got Spyro finally getting a release on September 3rd. Hollow Knight, Silkstorm, or something like that, the new Hollow Knight game. Neo Kuni, the PlayStation 3 version, not the remaster, but, just to clear that up for everybody, that's September. Minecraft Dungeons, yes, a Microsoft game for the third time coming to the Switch. I will talk briefly about this just after I wrap this up, just because the interesting Phil Spencer quote. Doom Eternal.
No.
Same day.
No. Doom on Nintendo will not work.
Hey, Doom 2016 worked on Switch. Yeah. It worked. Sinking City, which was shown off at the PC Game Show, that's hitting Switch. That one's coming out June 25th. Wolfenstein, July 30th. Alien Isolation getting a port. Stranger Things Season 3 coming out July 7th. Super Lucky's Tale, a port from the Xbox, is coming over. And Dauntless, that was all part of their sizzle reel. Then we got what we thought was going to be the final announcement of their E3 press conference. Another Smash character reveal. We start off with Donkey Kong, Diddy, and K. Rool,
who's just
all in... And here's the thing, okay? Somebody on Twitter put this out when they revealed Joker from Smash based on Persona 5's canon and how the things that they steal are removing like malevolence from people's subconscious and psyche. Mm-hmm. One of the things he steals is K. Rool's crown. So maybe that's why K. Rool is all chill with DK in this trailer. It's because Joker stole K. Rool's crown. Yeah. If that's the case, Sakurai, you sneaky bastard. Although I also think he did it just for the lulz because of the pun. Yeah. Because, rumor confirmed, Banjo-Kazooie comes to Smash. Banjo's back on a Nintendo system. And the final Smash involves the Jinjos, for crying out loud. He will be coming out fall 2018. We saw some of the moveset.
I've never played any Banjo-Kazooies.
Oh, you should. It was a fun game.
However, Gigaboots just got super chatted $2,000 for some month to play every single Banjo-Kazooie game, including the Game Boy game.
Oh, interesting. So, and again, I will talk about this weird Nintendo-Microsoft thing very briefly at the end, because that could be a whole episode in and of itself, Tayosi theories with that. But then they leave us because it's Nintendo, and they always gonna leave you with one more thing. Breath of the Wild sequel is in development. let the conspiracy theories behind that one run wild, because you got people already playing the trailer backwards at different speeds and all sorts of shit to try to figure out what's going on with it.
Zelda with short hair.
Oh, I mean, people are going, is there time travel involved? That's clearly Ganondorf. What timeline is this? Well, this takes place after everything else. I still say, fuck it. This is the Hyrule Warriors timeline where everything is just merged into one world. That's my take on it. But yeah, Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel in development. My crazy ass theory, we are going to see another trailer for it, potentially later this year. And I kid you not, there have been short dev cycles like this in the past. They did reuse assets when they did Majora's Mask, and it somehow was a completely new game. I am predicting that this game will be out at soonest February, March next year. If it does come out by then, because we will have if not at least another trailer, and it will be out September next year, like how Link's Awakening was out this year. That is my theory on this, because they are reusing assets from Breath of the Wild for this. That's just my my thoughts on it.
All right.
The big conspiracy theory now with Banjo-Kazooie and Smash, Minecraft being a third Microsoft title on the Switch, and the fact that they apparently are even working on the Xbox Live API on the Switch somehow. There's rumors of Xbox Game Pass and game streaming possibly coming to the Switch. And Microsoft, Phil Spencer, said, and I quote, that they are one of Nintendo's biggest third-party publishers.
Huh.
Now, I mean, they've only put out Minecraft and Cuphead, and now Minecraft Dungeons.
By the way, we never got any information on Cuphead DLC.
True. That is a little strange, too.
Yeah, no update on the, what it was like, the salt. It was like something with the chef, and we were supposed to get, Miss Chalice.
Yeah.
Okay,
But Phil Spencer saying that about, Nintendo and them being a third-party publisher, what the hell is going on there?
Yeah.
They did that. They did that thing trashing Sony with the Better Together, with the Minecraft. They're getting really cozy, and they are both out in Washington. And I'm just wondering, what the fuck is going on here? We will probably never see Mario or Zelda on a Microsoft console, but are we going to start seeing more Microsoft stuff? Will we eventually find Master Chief somehow making his way onto the Switch, or a Gears game?
He'll be the
making
next
its way to
Smash
Switch?
DLC.
That's the thing. Could that be a thing? Well, I mean, that
right.
might be kind of dashed,
Right.
but that's another story for another day.
All right, now before we rank E3, we have one more thing.
One more thing.
Yes.
There's more?
Yes, after E3 ended, we got Konami showing off the TurboGrafx 16, PC Engine, and PC Engine Core Mini.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Okay, let's rank E3. For me, it goes Limited Run Game C, PC Game C+, Microsoft B, Ubisoft C, Bethesda C-, Devolver B+, the VR one is F-, Kind of Funny Games is C, Square Enix B-, and Nintendo B+. Chase?
Okay, so I didn't see the VR one. I didn't even know it was a thing. So VR gets a F-. EA gets a D- for just existing, but at least they had Jedi Fallen Order, and it looks like it's good. I'd say that Bethesda gets a D, and that's being generous, if only for the cinnamon bun that we got to see on stage. Kind of Funny Games gets a C, only because that shit went by so fast, I can't even remember what I saw. Limited Run also gets a C, just for the Star Wars stuff. I mean, their presentation's weird, but I still kind of enjoyed it. JoJo reference, that kind of saved it a little bit from being a C-, at least in my opinion. Microsoft gets a solid B from me this year. Keanu was a great reveal. I still was kind of a little like about a lot of the stuff, but at the same time, yeah, pretty good. Ubisoft gets a C- for me. I mean, it's just all Tom Clancy stuff.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs was great. The TV show thing was interesting. Gods and Monsters is kind of cool, but we got really like not much of that. So I mean, yeah, that kind of for them. Devolver gets a solid B+ for me because House of the Gun Dead, just that alone, and of course Nina, Devolver Direct, all of that was wonderful. And who was left? Nintendo. Right? Oh, Square gets a solid like A-. All the Final Fantasy stuff, all the retro RPG stuff, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Oh my god. Nintendo gets a solid A- as well from me. They are on par with Square. A lot of shadow drops. Yep. The stuff that E3 is made of. You know, you can get that today. Those are those big announcements that the other guys were really lacking. Yep. And both Square and Nintendo did that. The other guys didn't deliver.
All right, Deej, how about you?
Let's see. For me, the winner of E3 for me I would have to honestly say was Square Enix. I just loved all the presentation, how we actually got to see some gameplay. They were showing up and not just trailers. So I would give that I would give Square Enix a solid 4 out of 5. Nintendo, I would also give a 4 out of 5, even with because for me it was a competition between who's better, Square Enix or Nintendo presentation-wise, and what they had to show off for us. And even though No More Heroes 3 pretty much ratted me out to my boss, I still have to give the crown, in my opinion, to Square Enix. But the other ones, Bethesda, I'm giving it a D, and for the same reason. The only reason I'm even being generous with that is because we had Akumi, because I love the whole presentation with her. I was appalled by the fact that Todd just did not apologize for it. Him just coming out and basically almost like saying, yeah, I know we fucked up, and yeah, criticize all you want, but guess what? We're still making games. Yeah. So that alone just really pissed me off about him.
Limited run games, what do you give that?
Limited run games, I would give that, I give it a 3 out of 5. It was just average, but there's some stuff I did not see that one because I'm a PC gamer, so I can't judge it.
Microsoft?
I give it a 3 out of about maybe a 2.5 out of 5.
And Ubisoft?
Oh, that's a solid 1 out of 5. It was pretty much the same stuff that I already knew about, and the whole Division movie. The last time Ubisoft made a big deal about a movie that they were making was the Assassin's Creed movie, and I don't talk about it anymore.
Yep. All right, Rodney, what about you?
All right, so I'm going to go in order of the appearances that I saw, and I did not catch limited run. So EA, D. It's Jedi Fallen Order and then nothing else of any interest. Microsoft, a B-. Only brought up to the level of B- by the announcement of the purchase of Double Fine and Keanu fucking Reeves. Bethesda, C-. It was brought up to C- by Doom Eternal and that first look at Ghostwire and Wolfenstein Youngblood. I'm a Wolfenstein fan. Otherwise, that would have been down in the Ds. Devolver Digital, B-, even though I really don't care about the games because that was friggin' awesome. Ubisoft, C, right in the middle of the... and it only comes up to a C because of Watch Dogs Legion. Granny Murder Simulator. If you can play what's essentially Dame Helen Mirren from Red as a game character, then yes, please. PC Game Show, it was almost unwatchable for me because of the hosts. I essentially turned the sound down until something interesting showed up, and then turned the sound back up. So D-. Square Enix, my winner with a B. As far as overall presentation, reaction of all of my friends who just literally lost their friggin' minds at so many things. And me as a Marvel fanboy, with character design problems aside, Marvel Avengers. Nintendo really close with B-. Nintendo was a excellently put together, even without Reggie, presentation with a lot of good reveals. And I didn't see limited run. So,
all right, Jace, where can people find you?
I am literally everywhere as Crit Hit Jace. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Stay tuned to Facebook and Twitter for updates as to when I am streaming. I usually stream between 2 and 4 times a week at twitch.tv/CritHitJace, where I'm playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Borderlands Game of the Year on Steam, and that's the remaster version, of course. And then every Wednesday is Warriors Wednesday, where I am currently playing Warriors Orochi 4.
Okay, Deej, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at DJ Luongo Art.
All right, Rodney, where can people find you?
Nerd Caliber is Nerd Caliber on all the social media, Twitter, Instagram. Our YouTube channel is also Nerd Caliber. We will, as we do pretty much every Tuesday night, have our upcoming live Nerd Week Live news show where we look back at some of the nerdy news from the previous week. That will be this Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Our next convention is we'll be featured guests at PortCon, Maine, the last end of this month. We'll have 2 panels Friday morning and Saturday morning, so come on up and we'll be talking about our Cosplay and Photography Expo, which is our own event. Next one will be Summer 2020.
Nice. And you can follow me on Default Rick on Twitter. Follow the channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at SuperfancomShow. Check out all our affiliates in the description box below. J-List, The Green Tea House, Humble Bundle, Kawaii Box, and Bobby's World of Cards and Comics, all found in the description box below for great deals. For Crit Hit Jace, Deej, and special guest Rodney Brown of Nerd Caliber, I'm Retro Rick, and I return you now to whatever game you were playing. Good night.